Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready to lead your week in the direction you're supposed to go? It's going to be an extraordinary week, and you get to choose fresh pages and open doors. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. They keep it simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. You know, there's something about this time of year that just makes your soul sit up just a little bit straighter. It's like, pay attention. Be alert. Maybe it's a smell of new school supplies. Even if you don't have to buy them, you walk through the stores and there they are. Or it's the way the morning air starts to shift just enough to remind you that change is coming. Whether you've got kids heading back to the classroom or not, this season carries an unmistakable invitation. And if you're paying attention, you can feel it. Fresh pages and open doors aren't just for the backpack friends. They're for you, the one who's been running on last season's fumes and then quietly wondering if it's okay to want something new. It's more than okay. It's time to create your now. I mean, look at January. We treat January like the gold standard for fresh starts, don't we? And believe it or not, we are around the corner. You're going to be talking Christmas trees here pretty soon if you haven't already. Believe it or not, I was watching a couple things. My reels have Christmas things coming in. Now, I know in July they do it because it's Christmas in July. I get it sometimes, maybe April, May, they throw it in there. But seriously, already? I mean, we had Halloween stuff. I'm not all about Halloween, by the way. But Halloween stuff has been out since what? Mid-spring, it feels like? I mean, come on. What is going on? But when we look at January, right, we make those resolutions. We buy planners and we set alarms. And then by February, most of us have already made peace with the fact that, well, that gym membership was aspirational at best. It's like, yep. Goodbye. It was great when it lasted for those $12 that we paid in because we got that reduced rate. Oh, we're going to save money. I'm going to go. And you're like, no, I'm going to sit. But now it's August into September. And these months don't come with that kind of pressure, does it? It slips in like a grace note, a quiet reset that says you don't have to have it all figured out, but you do need to be willing to turn the page. And that's the part that gets us, the turning of the page. Because turning the page means you can't keep rereading the same chapter. It means the disappointments of last season, the routines that stopped serving you, that version of yourself that played it safe because it felt easier. All of it has to be released if you're going to pick up what's next. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 tells us there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. God built seasons into the rhythm of life because he never intended for you to stay in one place forever. The trees know when to let go of their leaves. The question is, do you? And that really got me thinking because, our tree, we lost a 150-year-old whatever oak tree. I mean, it was humongous, number one. And we have sustained some major damage. Not we directly, indirectly, but our town and area, we had some horrible straight line winds that came in 70 to 100 mile per hour. And, I just think, gosh, what if our tree would have fallen then, like just a couple days ago? Would have landed on our house completely? I mean, we've got houses that people were in it and trees landed on it. It's horrible. And we look at what's going on in our lives and, even God made us to have seasons. And I was working with 3 of the trees that replaced our one big one that we lost a few months back. And I noticed the leaves were kind of changing color. And some of them, they were kind of dying, and rightfully so. It's a new planting. It's got to get used to the soil. And I think sometimes we get some little creatures that like to chew on the roots, but that's for another episode. And so I was like, okay, I'm just shake it down. So I kind of shook it a little bit to let it all fall down. And then I looked, I'm like, oh, the tree looks healthy again. We have to be willing to what? Let go and let God. And here's what I've learned about new seasons. They don't ask you to be ready. The new seasons ask you to be willing. And there's a difference. Ready means you've got the plan. The answers and the contingency folder. You've got it all laid out. You've got A, B, C, and sometimes all the way to Z. You're like, okay, if this happens, we got this. If this happens, we got this. But willing means you've got open hands and a heart that says, I don't know what's on the other side of this door, but I trust the one who opened it. And honestly, willing is where Christ-centered miracles happen. Because when you stop needing to control, and we all like it, but when we want that control and we're trying to control the outcome, and then you're like, okay, wait, I'm going to give it up. That's when you finally create space for God to do what only he can do. Think about it. A brand new notebook doesn't know what story is going to be written on its pages. Wouldn't it be a cool book to write a book that wrote a book about what was going to be written in the book? Are you confused yet? It's Monday, so go with me here on this. But the notebook doesn't know, right? It shows up blank, open, available. That's the posture God is inviting you into right now. Not perfection, not a 5-year strategy plan, just presence, just willingness, just you, my friend, showing up with a heart that says, write something beautiful here, Lord. And don't forget about those open doors for a minute, because I think we overcomplicate this so many times. An open door doesn't always look like a massive career change or a cross-country move, or maybe it's a combination thereof, but sometimes it looks like just a new morning routine that finally puts God first instead of your phone. Sometimes it's a courage to introduce yourself to someone at church you've been avoiding eye contact with for 6 months. Sometimes it's the open door. And it's simply a new way of thinking, letting go of the narrative that says you're too far behind, you're too old, you're too set in your ways, or too anything to begin again. Romans 12 verse 2 says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewing, not recycled, not repackaging, brand new. God is in the business of making things new, and that includes the way you see yourself, the way you see your season, the way you see your possibilities. So if you want to walk through this season with fresh pages and open doors, embrace the sacred reset. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Embrace the sacred reset. If you know this is your new year, no matter what the calendar says, you must be willing to lay down the old and embrace the new. So where are you today? Where are your kiddos? What does your life look like? Where are you sitting in this season? Are you trying to keep everything held together by your strength or by his? Because I'm here to tell you and remind you, let go and let God. Now, yes, you got to do the work. Yes, you got to put in the effort. Yes, you got to discern. Yes, you got to pay attention. You can't be lazy on this. But you can't sit here and try to do and have all the answers all by yourself. So what does it look like to embrace the sacred reset? Number 1, release the old chapter with gratitude, not guilt. You don't have to trash last season to honor this one. Have you ever thought about that? Like you take out the trash, and it's like you take out the trash. You don't run and chase down the good old trash guy, right? The trash collector on that Thursday and say, wait, I want my trash back. I want it back. Bring it back. And you're crying tears, but that's what we do. We sit here and we pick up our past and we hold on to it like it's a treasure. You take the trash out to let it go so God can move where he needs to. Thank God for what that chapter taught you, especially the hard parts, and then close it gently. Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14 reminds us, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal. Pressing on doesn't mean pretending the past didn't happen. It means refusing to let it hold the pen for your next chapter. Today, choose one thing you've been carrying from a previous season. Maybe it's a grudge, a regret, a habit, a mindset, a phrase. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Where am I going? And I want you to hand it all over to God in prayer. Out loud, let your own ears hear you release it. Release the old chapter with gratitude. Number 2, create one new rhythm. And that one new rhythm is going to align with who you are becoming. Not who you were, because you're letting that go, right? Not who everyone expects you to be. Nope. You can't live up to expectations except for what God has in store for you, but who God is shaping you into right now. Maybe that's a 10-minute morning devotional before the chaos starts. Maybe it's a weekly walk where you talk to God instead of scrolling through your phone. Maybe it's finally saying to that Bible study or that creative project you keep putting on the back burner. You want to say yes to it. Maybe it's going to the bathroom and praying while you toot. Oh, wait, did I say that? Okay, that's your giggle for Monday. Guess what? You're going to remember it, though. We take our phones in the bathroom. God goes too with you there. So instead of taking your phones, keep the germs off your phone and say a prayer to God. Think of how many times you go to the bathroom. I know this sounds strange. When I was pregnant, the one thing they said, do your Kegels. And you do your Kegels, and if you don't know what that is, go look it up. I know women, you know, but men, you may not. But anyway, do your Kegels. And they told me from the very beginning, just do them at every stoplight or every stop sign. And then you drive, you just drive, normal. Let me tell you, I'm pretty good. I don't have to wear things because I jump too much and because I've had 5 children. I'm just saying, okay? Part of that, maybe genetics, but part of that, no, I took care of myself. And it's important, right? I mean, that's one thing I can check off the mark, like, yes, I made it there. The hair color, not so much, right? We all have our quirks and things. That's my hallelujah, thank you, Lord, for something. Sometimes you got to have those little moments. So why not practice this? How many times do you go to the bathroom? 3, 4, 5 times a day? I know we don't think and count, do we? We just don't. But what if you were to take that time, whether it's 2 minutes or 10 minutes in the toilet, give it to God. Okay, he doesn't care if you're grunting. I mean, let's just be real. Or if you're tooting, it's part of life. He made you that way, by the way. He knows what everything does within your body. So pick up maybe that one new rhythm, okay? And if you just pick one new rhythm, just one, protect it like it matters, because it does. The woman you are becoming on the other side of this season is being built by the small, faithful choices you make today. Because tomorrow becomes today. And what you do today affects your tomorrow. So are you willing and ready? And finally, number 3, walk through one open door this week, even if your knees are shaking. Here's something that you're not going to see on a beautiful kind of plaque, engraved in wood and whatever. Courage and fear show up to the same party. Do you see that etched anywhere? Can you go to your favorite store like a Hobby Lobby and go and find the thing that says courage and fear show up to the same party? You don't wait for the fear to leave before you move. You move and you let faith lead. Isaiah 43 verse 19 says, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? God is already doing the new thing. He's not waiting for your permission because frankly, he doesn't need it. He is waiting for your participation. So this week, I want you to walk through the door. Start one conversation. Begin one new habit. Maybe it's talking to God in the toilet room. I'm just saying, right? That could become your new prayer closet. Maybe that's a new book in us. I don't know. But take one step. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. And that one step that the old you would have talked to yourself out of, maybe it's like, no. I'm going to do it. Just one. That's all it takes to prove to yourself that you're not stuck. That I am created wonderfully, that God made me on purpose for a purpose, that I am created in his image. And let me tell you, this is just one, right? And you're just getting started. The most beautiful thing about this season is that you don't have to fabricate the newness. God's already prepared it. Wait, hold on a minute. Let's rewind. The reason why I say it that way is I want you to hear it again. The most beautiful thing about this season is that you, my friend, you don't have to fabricate the newness. God's already prepared it. He's already laid out the fresh pages. He's already opened the doors. Your only responsibility, your sacred, simple, world-changing responsibility, your job is to show up and walk through. Not perfectly, not to the nines, not everything in place, not with color-coded plans and matching accessories, just with a willing heart and feet that are ready to move. So as those backpacks get zipped up and the schedules get set and the world shifts into its fall rhythm, let this be your moment too. Not because the calendar says so, but because your spirit knows so. It's time for something new. And the God who makes all things new is already walking ahead of you, turning on the lights in every room you haven't entered yet. So pick up that pen. The page, well, it's fresh. The door is open, and you were made to create your now. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life, and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.